Hey Zen family, I am back again, and this time I am with the fabulous Miss Dani Wells from Mississippi. She's been in Texas area before. Hopefully we'll get her back again soon. And when she travels your area, you need to come check her out. But you need to know more about her and what makes her so amazing. So she's here to let you know a little bit more. So how long have you been a Zumba instructor?
I've been a Zumba instructor since 2012.
2012, okay.
Yes.
A year before I got in. Wow. So what made you try your first Zumba class?
My aunt, actually, it's kind of funny story. She called me one day. She said, our gym just started a new program, and it's Zumba. And I said,
what's that?
Zumba. Zumba. Yeah. So she said, I think it's Zumba, maybe it's Zumba. I said, okay, well, let's try it. What is it about? She said, it's Latin dance. And I was thinking,
not so much.
I don't know about that, but we can try. And I walked in the class, and I mean, 2 seconds in the class, I was like, whoa, what is this? I can shake my hips legally.
Yeah, yeah.
And don't get in trouble for it. And I loved it. I fell in love with the class, and I was just thinking, if this can be exercise and this can make your heart healthy, I want it, and I want all of it. And so I continued taking the class, and I just got addicted to it. It was almost like, it's time to get off work. I got to.
That's right. Yeah, make the plans. We're going out for drinks. Not me. I'm going to Zumba.
I'm going to Zumba.
It's how it happens to everybody.
Yes.
What made you decide to take that next step in becoming an instructor?
I'd always been heavy. I've always been heavy. I've always been tall. It's kind of equaled out because people would say, oh, you're normal for your height. And I'm thinking, yeah, there's nothing normal about 320 pounds.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make a change. And I didn't know how to do it. I knew nothing about exercise. And I said, you know what? Everyone says Zumba works. And I'm like, I want to be a product.
Yeah.
I want to prove to people that this program works. And I wanted to make a lifestyle change, but I wanted to do it the right way. I don't like counting calories, and I don't like proportioning things. And I was like, yeah, no, don't want to do that. And I went from a sedentary lifestyle, hit Zumba full on, and my body started changing. And I was thinking, whoa. And then 50 pounds, and then 60 pounds, and then 70 pounds. And then before I looked up, I'd lost 150 pounds.
Wow.
And I was thinking, wow, I did that.
Yeah.
And so I said, I want to help other people do that.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be skinny, then do it. I want to be heavy and show them, do this with me, we can do it together.
Yeah.
So when I got licensed, I was 290 pounds.
Wow.
And I promised my students, I said, I promise you in 2 to 3 years, I'm going to be 100 pounds less. And they're like, oh, yeah. And then they saw me, and I was like, you know what? It's time for me to be an instructor.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's what I did.
So but as a kid, you never had any kind of like dance classes or anything?
Street dance.
Just street dance.
You know,
Watching
turn the
TV.
radio.
Yeah.
You know, and just have fun with your cousins. And my mom loves to dance, and we love to sing. And it's like, bring us music. We do crazy things. But I mean, you know, as a little girl, I took ballet. I think every little girl takes ballet.
Yeah.
But
at one point for 6 months.
But I never did anything with it.
Right.
And but it all started to come back to me once I started teaching. Like, I missed the love of movements. And, and so here I am.
No, and it's cool though, because I think there's a big difference between, you see instructors who've had a lot of dance background as a kid, and you can see their training, and it's great, because it's great to go to those people because you learn a lot from them. But it's also amazing to see people who have no background who have been able to achieve this and then become a Zumba jammer. I mean, you hit a level with no formal training, so it just shows anybody can achieve anything with this program. It's amazing. So what made you decide to take the next step and become a ZJ?
There is a ZJ, Dory. Love Dory. Dory was the first jam session that I ever attended. I was straight out of Zumba instructor training, and I met Dory. And something about the power behind Dory when I met her said, I want to be great like her.
Yeah.
I want to do that.
Yeah.
And Dory tugged at my heart at our first session. She ended up texting me on my drive home, and she's like, hey. And I'm like, hey, who is this?
Right.
And she's like, are you coming to my session tomorrow? And I was like, well, I would love to, but I'm in Mississippi, and you were in Louisiana at the time. And I said, that's 3 more hours for me to come. And she's like, okay, well, great, I'll see you tomorrow. I was like, okay. That moment, going back to her session, I really believe that it was just like a spiritual power. Dory's eyes fixated on my heart. And after this session, she came up to me and she said, "You're amazing." I'm thinking,
wait, who? Right?
I've never heard those words before.
Yeah.
And she said, "You hold something that people need." Again, like me. And she said, "You have something in you. You need to take it out and you need to share it with the world."
Yeah.
And I think I cried and I got all teary-eyed and I was thinking, who are you? And the drive home, it was almost just like I could feel the power of saying, "Dani, you've got something." And I'm thinking, what is it? I have curly hair.
Right.
And I said, "You know what? That lady that does not know me, she does. I'm just a normal Zoom member, just like the thousands of people that she meets. But she took the time out of her day to let me know that I was amazing." And I said, "I want to be able to inspire people to feel that way."
Yeah.
And Dory she stayed with me forever and ever. And I would have these dreams about her. You know, God, did you send her? Is she an angel? Did she work for you? How did she find me? And she was the reason why I said, I want to do this.
Yeah.
So they put a call out for Mississippi, and I was thinking, oh gosh, I'm reading the application like,
it's
cameras?
Yep.
Oh, I don't know.
Film
Like,
the class, film all the core rhythms.
do all this, and I ran with it. I messaged Dory and I said, "I'm gonna do it," and she said, "Do it." And I finished the application, and I just remember saying, "Oh my gosh, I just did this."
Yeah.
And then I'm at work, and I get this email, and it's like, "Congratulations!" And I was like, "Uh-oh, what did I just do?"
Wow.
You've been selected for ZJ training.
Yeah.
And I think that's the day my whole life changed.
Yeah, and I've heard from several jammers that is a very intimidating training. It calls you out on all your weak spots, and you're like, oh, I'm not worthy, but you've survived and made it. So
the training really made me love the program even more.
Yeah.
Because the training checked a lot of those instructor egos that we have. After the training, I was thinking, I'm not as good as I thought I was.
That's what everybody says.
And after the training, I came back with a renewed spirit. And I said, you know what? You're never your best unless you're still learning.
That's true.
And then I said, I'm still learning. So I came back to class, was all fired up. Everybody's like, what happened to you in New York? Go back. And I said, guys, it's time to change. And I came back, I was fired up, I was ready to show them who I really was. And it has blossomed.
Yeah, awesome. It's awesome. Yeah, and it's, I think a lot of people don't understand is you don't have to be like the technically best instructor, it's about connecting.
Yes.
And that's the magic. I mean, because like I'm not the best dancer. I'm not that. I have classes that do really well because I've taken a long time to figure out how to do the connecting thing. And you can be as mediocre as you possibly want to be, but as long as you can connect, you can make the magic happen.
It's the power of bringing a sense of love in your classes.
Yeah.
A lot of instructors feel that love. And I tell people all the time, as instructors, we get up and we come give our all. We have students that drive 2 hours, 3 hours. They leave their significant others, they leave their kids. Sometimes they don't cook dinner just to come see you as an instructor. That gives them something that they're missing.
Yeah.
And once I realized that, I said, every day has to be my own. It has to be my best because you never know what anyone is going through in the room.
That's true.
And they're there for you, and you let them know, I love you. And I tell my students every day, I love you. And they're like, yeah, Dani, we love you too. And I'm like, no, listen, I do. I genuinely love you. And you're the lives that are changed.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's like goosebumps.
So after your training, after you became a ZJ, how do you think it changed the way you taught your classes as an instructor?
Well, I'll be honest here. I was a right foot leader. And always in the mirror with my back to my students. And I remember my coach, Diego, said,
yes. Yeah, I love Diego.
Diego said, you can't control your class from your back.
Right.
And I came in and the biggest thing that changed about my ZJ training is I learned how to connect with my class face to face. And that is a world of difference because you see a lot of things when you look at your students.
Yeah.
The training made me realize how to be more personal with my students, how to remember names, how to remember situations, how to remember things that make students say, she remembered that?
Yeah.
The training made me more confident. And as a person, when I got more confident, my teaching was more confident, and my confidence helped my students be more successful.
Yeah.
Bam.
Yeah.
That is the reason we do Zumba.
Yeah, exactly. That's so awesome. So where do you typically find your music? How do you, what usually draws you into a song?
I love dance hall.
Uh-huh.
I love all things dance hall. Reggae, Jamaican, I love all of that. I have one day a week that I dedicate to music hunting.
Oh, cool.
Because I work full time.
Yeah.
And I have a 12-year-old. And my typical day is Wednesday. And where do I start? I go to iTunes and I just listen.
Yeah.
I don't listen for a certain genre of music. I just listen, and then iTunes says, you know, at the bottom, it's like, other people may like these music. Oh, so I just scroll and I listen, and sometimes I'm like, oh, I love it. Oh, no, I don't love it. And then I just listen. And you know, to be honest with you, how I find my best jam songs, I have a really bad habit of only listening to 13 seconds of the song, and then I'm like, nope. I've started listening to the whole song, and then in the middle there are these beat drops, and there are these big movements, and I'm like, whoa, I would have missed that if I didn't listen to the whole sample.
That's where the power comes in.
That's where the power comes in. So that's how I find my music, and I watch a lot of music videos. I like to watch music videos because people are always, they mix songs in music videos on YouTube. So sometimes you can watch a video and I'm like, wait, what's that in the background? Not the main song, but what's that in the background? And so that's how I find my music. And I love to sing. And so a lot of my artists, my favorite artists, I like to listen to their music. And I like to find something that makes my ear go, And so I research a lot. But only one day a week, because I have to dedicate time to my daughter, her name's Destiny, and my job. So I can't, if I could listen to music all day, I would, one day a week, all day, I could spend hours. And then I'm so thankful for Apple Music. Yes, Apple Music was a lifesaver. But that's how I find my highest hits.
Okay, awesome. So when you first hear a song, do you typically, when you're listening to it and choreo is just going off in your head, or are you supposed to sit and actually break the song down and think about it and like, okay, what am I going to plug in here?
I'm a firm believer of let the music move you. So I will, I made up an excuse to buy these really expensive Beat headphones so that I could hear all of the beats in the music. And I let the music move me. I have never choreographed a song after listening to the song. I listen and I let my body move. Then I break that movement down into, maybe if I'm doing a reggaeton, I break that movement down to fit the reggaeton. I record everything I do. Sometimes I have recordings of me just like tapping or moving my shoulder. But that shoulder movement can turn into something else. So I always just let the music motivate me. I do a lot of choreography. At the red light.
That sounds a lot. I know another jammer who said she heard a song come on and she like choreographed the whole thing driving to her class, and she's like downloaded, she did in class. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's crazy.
But what gets me is my students go, you just made that up, didn't you? No.
Kind of, sort of, not really.
Why would you say that? And they're like, Dani, you just made that up, and we loved it. Yes, that's all that matters.
That's a new song for the class now. So is there, besides dance hall, since it's your favorite, is there a specific rhythm people can typically expect to get when they come to one of your jams? Bachata.
I just started with bachata. I was always fearful because I wasn't sure. I just don't know enough about the rhythm. But I made myself learn the rhythm, and I'm addicted. Like I love it. It's so beautiful. And everybody can do it. And so they know now that there will be a bachata close.
Okay, that's cool. So there you go. Dance hall bachata, here's your girl. Is there a style or genre that you're really drawn to that you haven't had a chance to explore yet that you really want to learn more about?
Yes, African.
African,
I
There's
love
so
it.
much great stuff that we don't really get to hear much of here. And then you come to a place like convention and you hear these songs like, what is this? Where did this come from?
I took the African workout with Ricardo. I loved it. But physically, my body was like, whoa, how?
Right.
I can't do that. So I don't like to feel defeated.
Yeah.
And so I just keep practicing until I get it enough to where I feel like I can teach it. I'm not there yet, but I never know that, so I'm still learning.
Right, exactly. So there's a lot of Zen members who don't come to jam sessions. They don't take advantage of their benefits. That's a bad thing. What would you tell a Zen member who's never come to a jam session why they should come to one?
It's funny that you asked this because I just had this come up yesterday. I had a girl message me and she said, do you give private classes on how to cue and on how to find music? And I said, well, since you asked.
Semi-private.
It is so necessary.
Mm-hmm.
I am the instructor that I am today because of jam sessions.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine doing this without the ZJ program.
Yeah.
It is a benefit that you want to utilize. Attending a jam session is not just about choreography. It's networking, it's cueing, it's progressions, it's the wow factor in your classes. I just tell Zen members all the time, just try it, because you try one jam and you will be addicted. To know that you can spend 3 hours learning and the guesswork is done for you.
Yeah.
You can learn on whatever foot is comfortable for you. You meet new Zen members. You make, we made 8,000 new friends this week.
Yeah.
Tons of people here.
It's a clique, and you just, the jams become a clique of everybody to go to.
Yes, and the jam sessions make your students say, my instructor is the best. It's a benefit.
It's true, yeah.
It's a benefit that you want to be a part of. And then when you get to convention, you can take pictures with us.
Yes, or do videos.
Yes.
And a lot of instructors seem to get territorial about stuff. Like they don't want people doing, like that's my song. I don't want anyone using the same stuff that I'm using in my classes and their classes. But why would you tell those people to come to a jam session?
Every ZJ is different.
Yeah.
All of us have different styles.
Mm-hmm.
I may flip my hair different than the way another ZJ with long curly hair. We all offer something that you can take no matter what it is. It may not be the choreography, but it may be, I love how she uses her hands.
Right, yeah.
Or I love how she, she mixes this move and she puts this combination together. Yeah. I tell instructors that are territorial that we're all in this together. We're one big happy family. Lose the territories and just become one. That's what it's all about. Mm-hmm. As an instructor, you're just here to inspire your students, because guess what? Without our students, we're nobody.
That's true.
We need our students.
That's true. There's no class.
There's no class. So we have to let go of those, this is my song, this is my choreography. I created this. That's okay.
Yeah.
I had a lady that attended one of my jams and she said, oh, I just got these 3 songs at another jammer's jam. And I said, that's okay. Because he's a guy jammer, I'm a girl jammer. Yeah. We're gonna move differently. Yeah. After the jam, she came up to me and she said, wow. She said, I can see places I can mix the choreo and create an entire different song.
Your own unique choreo.
Your own, and then you make it yours. Yeah. We as the ZJs give you the blueprint for you to introduce your wow factor. Yeah. We just give you this so that you can insert you.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So if there's, you see, during jams, you see a lot of instructors. If there's one little thing that you could fix, that you see a lot of people do, what correction would you make for them?
The beginning of every jam session, this is my favorite sentence. This is not an audition for so you think you can dance.
Yeah.
Check all of your egos at that door. Yeah. We are all instructors, including myself. Yeah. I'll rip off this thing that says that she's a ZJ. I'm a Zen member just like you. Yeah. I tell every one of my instructors, just be you. I'm not looking for the one with the prettiest lip gloss or the loudest colored clothes. Mm-hmm. I want you to be basic today. Today is just a learning session, because you can come in here and act like it's an audition, but I'm not going to put you in a movie. No, right. I just want you to be you. So I tell them all the time, take off the mask. That's not why you're here. Today you're here to learn. Yep. You're just here to learn. And that's the one thing I would fix. I just would want the instructors to realize that I'm not judging you. This is judge-free zone.
Right.
I want you to be in learning mode
Right.
only.
Yep.
Just like when you get up in the morning and you're cleaning your house. Well, no one cleans their house with full face makeup and heels and your hair tied up, rubber bands. You're probably still in your PJs. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I want that basic instructor only.
Right. Right.
And that sets you up for nothing but success, because you don't have to worry about adjusting this or fixing this. I just want you plain to have a good time and to learn, and then you take your pizzazz back to class.
Exactly. That's how I feel the same way. So if you could be on stage in a master class with anybody in the Zumba world, who would be your dream person to do a class with?
Well, obviously this is gonna be easy. Dory!
Oh, that's
Yes.
awesome. Well, maybe one day she'll make you part of her jam crew and you can be with her and hammer it out with her.
Yes.
So Dory, if you see this, get Dani on your crew for a convention.
Yeah.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. This is Dani Wells. She's in Mississippi. She may be in your area soon. When you see her, go check her jam out, learn new stuff, learn hot rhythms. She'll make you look good. That's what she does. Thanks for watching. Join the
Thank
jam.
you.
See you soon.